Mother here, and welcome to High Mileage Preparedness. Was Sun Tzu the original prepper? Well, 2,500 years ago, this Chinese general's principles were fundamental for any successful leader to know and have a solid understanding of. These principles have echoed throughout the ages, and they are still applied today. This video is the compilation of his most important principles and how they can apply to your preparedness plans. Enjoy! Hey, welcome back to the channel. Is Sun Tzu's The Art of War still relevant today? I believe it is. Sun Tzu was a Chinese military strategist and general, best known as the author of this work, The Art of War, a treatise on military strategy over 2,500 years ago. And this is still being studied and applied in modern times. Sun Tzu's teaching on strategy, leadership, and tactics are timeless and can be applied to many situations from business to sports to politics. So what are the 6 principles of Sun Tzu? These 6 principles are the cornerstone of his teachings and related to how to conduct your business. Win all without fighting. Avoid strength, attack weakness. Deception and foreknowledge. Speed and preparation. Shape your opponent. Character-based leadership. Sun Tzu stressed extremely careful deliberation before deciding to engage in a battle. To this end, he proposed 5 fundamental elements for consideration, which revolve around the concept that victory without direct fighting is the most advantaged way to win war. The 5 elements for this type of battle-free victory involves the way or moral influence, heaven or the weather, the terrain, the leadership or command, and discipline or doctrine. Sun Tzu believed a leader should cultivate wisdom, benevolence, sincerity, and courage, as well as self-discipline. These qualities, he believed, would inspire the troops to follow that leader out of respect. Leading by example is far more effective, he felt, than simply using strictness and punishment. What are the 5 essentials for victory? He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. He will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. And he will win who prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared, and he will win who his military capacity is not interfered with by the sovereign. You can read and study this book over and over again, and each time I hope you will do as I have and take away important life lessons. We'll be coming back to the Sun Tzu's Art of War in future videos. Make sure you're subscribed, and you can become a channel member to get early video release viewings. Until next time, I've got miles to go before I sleep. Mother here, and I've got something special to share with you today. Sun Tzu's The Art of War is a timeless classic on military strategy that's been applied to various fields beyond warfare, including business, politics, and even personal developments. But can we apply it to preparedness? Yes. When it comes to preparedness, several, if not numerous, principles from Sun Tzu's work can be relevant. Come along with me. Here are my top 8 principles from The Art of War. Know yourself and know your enemy. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and understanding your adversary. In preparedness, this translates to understanding your own strengths, weaknesses, resources, and capabilities, as well as understanding potential threats, risks, and adversaries you may face. I am self-aware enough to know I cannot run a mile, then turn and fight if pursued. So I might as well fight from where I'm at. For those of us of the high mileage ilk, time should be considered our biggest adversary. Number 2, Sun Tzu stresses the importance of thorough planning and strategic thinking. In preparedness, this means developing comprehensive plans, scenarios, and strategies to anticipate and mitigate potential risks and threats. If you're a prepper, you've been planning on where to get water and how to purify it, having the information to make those tough strategic decisions, how to calculate sun irradiance, how to grow food. Knowledge is a powerful tool. Some, but not all graybeards have it in abundance. Hopping through life haphazardly? Well, you may end up in a hole sooner rather than later. Number 3 is adaptability. Sun Tzu advocates for flexibility and adaptability in strategy. In preparedness, this involves being able to adjust plans and responses in real time based on changing circumstances, new information, and unexpected developments. So how many times have you thought of, if this happens, I'm going to do this, or if this other thing comes along, I'm going to have this ready to go? War game things out in your head. Have that conversation by yourself, then again with your people. Number 4, preparation and readiness. That's us! Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of preparation and readiness before engaging in any action. In preparedness, you're aware of conducting thorough risk assessments, establishing contingency plans, training your people, and acquiring necessary resources and equipment to respond effectively to emergencies or crises. Got 72 hours of food? All right. What you gonna do on day 4? Sun Tzu was a prepper extraordinaire some 2,500 years ago. He had game. Number 5 is unity of command and coordination. Sun Tzu stresses the importance of unity of command and coordination in executing strategy. In preparedness, this involves ensuring clear leadership, communication, and coordination among all stakeholders involved in response and recovery efforts. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians? Don't kid yourself. Figure this out. Deception and misdirection. Sun Tzu discusses the use of deception and misdirection as tactics to gain advantage over adversaries. In preparedness, this may involve implementing measures to safeguard sensitive information, as well as utilizing strategies to confuse or mislead potential threats. Have you watched my videos on becoming the gray man? If not, you might wanna. Got your various caches stored safe? If not, what's wrong with you? Number 7, economy of force. Sun Tzu advises conserving resources and avoiding unnecessary expenditures. In preparedness, this means allocating resources efficiently, prioritizing critical needs, and avoiding wasteful or inefficient practices. We should add in here the art of diminishing returns and buy once, cry once. As where there may well come a day when we're all counting the drops of water left in the bottle or the grains of rice left in the cup. Number 8, risk assessment and management. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of assessing and managing risks effectively. In preparedness, this involves identifying potential hazards, evaluating their likelihood and potential impact, and implementing measures to mitigate or manage these risks. Should I go into town to make a trade? Where should I meet my backup? How far away should I travel from my AO? Assessment, then managing the risks in SHTF. There will be risks to take. By applying these principles from the art of war to preparedness, planning, and response efforts, individuals and organizations can enhance their ability to anticipate, prevent, and effectively respond to a wide range of challenges and threats. I'm hoping this has helped you, or at least got you thinking. Stay tuned for part 2 of this limited series. Please like, subscribe, and join. Until next time, I've got miles to go before I sleep. Mother here, and today I'm continuing down the path of enlightenment regarding Sun Tzu's The Art of War and how it can apply to preparedness. If you've not seen my first video in this series, the link is in the description below. So, when it comes to prepping, many principles from Sun Tzu's work can be relevant. Here are an additional 7 principles that can be applied should a disaster upend your daily life. terrain analysis. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of understanding the terrain and its influence on strategy. In preparedness, this involves conducting thorough assessments of the physical environment, infrastructure, and geographic features to identify vulnerabilities and strategic advantages. Are you in a floodplain, or do you have the high ground? Is there a nearby water source, should you not have power to pump? Have you done an area study? And if so, when's the last time you updated it? Where are the potential choke points where you need to get to, and how do you get around them? Surveillance and intelligence. Sun Tzu highlights the significance of gathering accurate intelligence and maintaining surveillance over adversaries. In preparedness, this means establishing mechanisms for monitoring potential threats, collecting relevant information, and analyzing data to inform decision-making and strategy. Do you have perimeter warning devices, a radio to monitor chatter and local events, or the weather? Or even better, night vision. Strategic positioning. Sun Tzu discusses the importance of positioning and maneuvering forces to gain advantageous positions relative to the enemy. In preparedness, this may involve strategically locating critical assets, facilities, and resources to minimize exposure to risks and enhance response capabilities. Hopefully you've already done this or are in the process of moving to a rural environment, stashing your ammo, and getting your bug out and get home bags ready and in place. Where will you go if you feel threatened at your home? Psychological warfare. Sun Tzu recognizes the role of psychology in warfare and the importance of influencing the mindset and morale of both allies and adversaries. In preparedness, this involves understanding the psychological aspects of emergencies and crises, maintaining morale among your responders, and leveraging communication and messaging to motivate your people. Never let them see you sweat. Teach and instruct your peeps. Confidence is contagious. Keep the children occupied. Check in frequently on the elders. Resourcefulness and innovation. Sun Tzu encourages resourcefulness and innovation in strategy and tactics. In preparedness, this means being creative and adaptable in finding solutions to challenges, leveraging what technology and expertise you have to enhance capabilities at hand, and continuously seeking improvements in preparedness measures. Read a book on how to respond to medical emergencies. Learn how to use a new to you tool or piece of equipment. Do something to improve yourself or your situation daily. Timing and opportunity. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of seizing opportunities and timing actions for maximum effect. In preparedness, this involves being proactive and responsive to emerging threats or vulnerabilities, as well as being prepared to capitalize on windows of opportunity to implement effective responses. It's summer with hurricane and tornado season upon you. Do you have a portable power source primed and ready to go? Got fuel? A way to cook a hot meal? Are you monitoring the path of destruction and keeping your people advised? But remember, don't wait until the storm is past to try and fill your gas tank or search for bottled water. Have cash on hand because those ATMs may be down as well. Resilience and endurance. Sun Tzu recognizes the importance of resilience and endurance in prolonged conflicts and overcoming adversity. In preparedness, this means building resilience into systems, infrastructures, and communities to withstand and recover from emergencies and crises, as well as fostering a culture of perseverance and determination among responders and your people. The military adage, it's best, 2 is 1, 1 is none. Have long-term backups. Plan for success. Be patient, methodical, communicate. Take care of yourself so others can take care of themselves. By integrating these additional principles into preparedness, planning, and response efforts, individuals and organizations can further enhance their ability to anticipate, adapt, and manage emergencies and a wide range of challenges and threats. I hope this information has helped you, or at least got you thinking on how you can better be prepared for an emergency. Stay tuned for part 3 of this limited series by subscribing or joining the channel. I've got miles to go before I sleep. Mother here, and welcome to part 3 of our series as we explore how the principles of Sun Tzu's Art of War are relevant to preparedness. I have found them to be so. If you are new to the series, the links to the previous chapters are in the description. Here are 6 additional principles from Sun Tzu's The Art of War that can be applied to preparedness. Number 1 is crisis communication. Sun Tzu stresses the importance of clear and effective communication in maintaining cohesion and coordination. In preparedness, this involves establishing robust communication systems and protocols to ensure timely dissemination of information, instructions, and updates to stakeholders, including the public, during emergencies and crises. If you don't have a working radio or a network of people when emergencies come, how are you going to know what's going on or how to prepare? Maintaining the moral high ground. Sun Tzu advises maintaining ethical and moral superiority in warfare. In preparedness, this means adhering to principles of integrity, transparency, and ethical conduct in all aspects of planning and response, which can help build trust and credibility with your people and enhance cooperation and support. This is not to say there may well come a time when you have to leave your comfort zone and have to get tough to do the thing you never seriously considered. Be thoughtful. Building alliances and coalitions. Sun Tzu acknowledges the strategic value of forming alliances and coalitions to strengthen one's position and resources. In preparedness, this involves forging partnerships with other mutual assistance groups, organizations, agencies, and communities to pool resources, share expertise, and coordinate efforts in preparing for and responding to emergencies and crises. What happens when the day comes when you don't have that one thing you absolutely need to get by or survive? Scalability and flexibility. Sun Tzu advises maintaining flexibility and scalability in strategy and tactics to adapt to changing circumstances and requirements. In preparedness, this means designing plans and systems that can scale up or down as needed to accommodate varying levels of threat or intensity of emergencies, ensuring readiness to respond effectively to different scenarios. Do you only have a boo-boo kit for small medical things? And do you have a stomp bag stuffed full of medical items and know how to use them? Learning from experience. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of learning from past experiences and applying insights gained to future actions. In preparedness, this involves conducting after-action reviews and evaluations following exercises, drills, and real-world events to identify lessons learned, best practices, and areas for improvement, and incorporating these findings into revised plans and training programs. See my after-action report on Hurricane Beryl. It helps to have a gray beard around, one who's done that, been there, and lived through it. Having first-hand knowledge and experience is way more valuable than notes from a training class. Maintaining secrecy and operational security. Sun Tzu highlights the value of secrecy and operational security in concealing intentions and plans from adversaries. In preparedness, this may involve implementing measures to safeguard sensitive information, protect critical infrastructure, and maintain operational security to prevent potential adversaries from exploiting vulnerabilities or disrupting response efforts. Last year, I did a 3-part series on the gray man theory. Learn to blend in. Don't let everyone in your sphere know you're a serious prepper. Keep your operational security tight. Got a good dog? Proximity alarms? A bug-out plan? By utilizing these additional principles from Sun Tzu into your preparedness planning and response strategies, you can further enhance your resilience, effectiveness, and adaptability in managing those emergencies and crises which will come. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to part 4 of this limited series by hitting that subscribe button. Better yet, join the channel to watch early viewings. Stay safe in your endeavors. I've got miles to go before us. Mother here, and we're continuing down the path of enlightenment regarding Sun Tzu's The Art of War, and how it applies to us preppers. If you're just joining us, this is part 4 of a 6-part series. If you've not seen the previous 3 videos, I have them linked below. When it comes to preparedness, many principles from Sun Tzu's work can be relevant. Today I offer an additional 6 principles from The Art of War that can be applied to us. Unity of effort. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of coordinating efforts across all elements of an organization or coalition. In preparedness, this means fostering collaboration and cooperation among different groups, departments, and individuals involved in emergency response and recovery, ensuring that everyone works towards common objectives with unified purpose. If you have one pushing and another pulling, you'll not get anywhere fast. Cooperation is key. Understanding the human element. Sun Tzu recognizes the importance of understanding human behavior and motivations in warfare. In preparedness, this involves considering the psychological and social aspects of emergencies and crises, such as how people may react under stress or uncertainty, and incorporating this understanding into preparedness plans and communication strategies. Once again, never let your people see you sweat. Your confidence is contagious and necessary to complete the unified goals. Number 3, emphasizing prevention. While Sun Tzu is known for his focus on strategy and tactics, he also stresses the importance of avoiding conflict whenever possible. In preparedness, this means prioritizing prevention and mitigation efforts to reduce the likelihood and severity of emergencies and crises and conflicts with others, rather than solely focusing on response and recovery. Ideally, you never want to get into a gunfight as someone may ultimately get hurt. Without mitigation, sooner or later, you or someone you care about may wind up being the coyote watching the falling boulder on its way down. Maintaining discipline and order. Sun Tzu underscores the importance of discipline and order in maintaining cohesion and effectiveness. In preparation, this involves establishing clear chains of command, roles, and responsibilities, as well as providing training and resources to ensure that responders are well prepared and capable of carrying out their duties effectively under pressure. Hopefully, you and your mutual assistant group have trained before SHTF and honed your survival skills. Going out to practice after SHTF is a warning bell for anyone to see. Continuous assessment and improvement. Sun Tzu advocates for constant vigilance and assessment of the situation to adapt strategy and tactics accordingly. In preparedness, this means continuously monitoring and evaluating threats, vulnerabilities, and response capabilities, and making adjustments to plans and procedures to improve readiness and effectiveness over time. Has the size of your MAG increased? Employ their strengths for the benefit of the group. Have there been people leave? Learn why and adjust your methods accordingly. Number 6, balance of forces. Sun Tzu advises maintaining a balance of force and resources to avoid overextension or vulnerability. In preparedness, this means allocating resources and capabilities in a balanced manner across different areas of response and recovery, ensuring that no single aspect is neglected at the expense of others. The rogue werewolf prepper only buys guns and ammo, thinking he'll get everything else he needs from others. This may work for him until he gets cold and angry, and right up till around parts his hairdo. By integrating these additional principles into preparedness planning and response efforts, individuals and organizations can further enhance their resilience, effectiveness, and adaptability in managing emergencies and crises. I'm hoping these principles help you and your people to be better prepared for what is sure to come. Stay tuned for part 5 of this limited series. Subscribe and ring the bell, or better yet, get an early preview of each episode by joining our channel. Thanks for watching. I've got miles to go before I sleep. Mother here, and welcome to part 5 of our series as we explore how the principles of Sun Tzu's The Art of War are relevant to preparedness. This 2,500-year-old treatise is a timeless classic on military strategy that's been applied to various fields beyond warfare. When it comes to preparedness, many principles from Sun Tzu's work can be utilized. If you're new to the series, the links to our previous episodes are in the description. Today, we address 6 additional principles from the art of war that can be applied to preparedness. Number 1 is emphasizing intelligence gathering. Sun Tzu highlights the importance of gathering intelligence to inform decision-making and strategy. In preparedness, this involves collecting and analyzing information about potential threats, vulnerabilities, and emerging risks to better anticipate and mitigate potential crises before they escalate. Has a new group of people entered your area? What is it they have an interest in? Has the closest fuel station closed or changed ownership? How will that affect your supplies, if at all? What must be done to locate missing livestock? Building reserves and redundancies. Sun Tzu advises building reserves and redundancies to ensure resilience and flexibility in the face of uncertainty. In preparation, this means stockpiling essential supplies, equipment, and resources, as well as establishing backup systems and alternative plans to address contingencies and unforeseen challenges. Do you have water filters in reserve to purify your drinking water? You're running low on bandages and need to restock? Do you have a backup charging handle for your AR? There's a lot of questions to ask yourself. Number 3, strategic retreat and withdrawal. Sun Tzu acknowledges the strategic value of retreat and withdrawal in certain situations to conserve resources and regroup for future opportunities. In preparedness, this may involve having plans and procedures in place for orderly evacuation or relocation in response to escalating threats or hazards, ensuring the safety and well-being of personnel and assets. Do you have a bug-out plan or a bug-out location? Have your caches been stored along the way? Cultural understanding and adaptation. Sun Tzu recognizes the importance of understanding and adapting to the cultural context of adversaries and allies. In preparedness, this involves considering the cultural, social, and political dynamics of the communities and regions where emergencies may occur, as well as tailoring response strategies and communication approaches to be culturally sensitive and effective. Here you will want to know who's living near you and how to effectively communicate with them. As well, do you have allies where English is not their primary language and someone in your group who can translate? Number 5, maintaining morale and motivation. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of maintaining morale and motivation among troops to ensure their commitment and effectiveness in battle. In preparedness, this means fostering a culture of preparedness, resilience, and teamwork among responders and stakeholders, as well as providing support, recognition, and encouragement to sustain the morale and motivation during prolonged crises. Do you have supplies to keep your group engaged and effective? What about the kids? Number 6 is strategic patience. Sun Tzu advises exercising strategic patience and avoid impulsive actions that may lead to costly mistakes. In preparedness, this means taking the time to carefully assess situations, gather information, and consider all available options before making decisions or taking actions, ensuring that responses are well thought out and aligned with long-term objectives. It further gives your people the knowledge they were listened to and that you considered all before your decision is made. By incorporating these additional principles into preparedness, planning, and response strategies, individuals and organizations can further enhance their ability to anticipate, adapt to, and effectively manage a wide range of emergencies and crises. Thank you for watching. My hope is this episode helps you in a time of crisis or emergency. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And stay tuned for part 6 of this limited series. Drum roll please, the finale. I've got miles to go before I sleep. Mother here. Today I'm concluding our journey down the path of enlightenment with Sun Tzu's The Art of War. This is the 6th and final installment of the series. When it comes to preparedness, many principles from Sun Tzu's work can be relevant. Today I offer an additional 7 principles that can be applied. Number 1 is effective leadership. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of effective leadership in guiding and inspiring troops to achieve victory. In preparedness, this means cultivating strong leadership at all levels of an organization or response team, with leaders who possess the qualities of vision, decisiveness, and the ability to motivate and empower others to perform at their best during emergencies and crises. Good leadership is something that can be learned with the desire to do so. Moreover, some people just seem to come by this trait naturally. Guide your people to be the best they can be. Number 2 is strategic alliance and diplomacy. Sun Tzu acknowledges the importance of diplomacy and forming strategic alliances to gain advantages and avoid conflicts. In preparedness, this involves building partnerships and collaboration with neighboring communities, government agencies, and non-governmental organizations by sharing expertise and best practices in preparing for and responding to emergencies and disasters. Has a group approached you for collaboration that could be a plus to your plans? Be aware when you assess and decide to weigh the pros and cons. Number 3, embrace innovation and technology. Sun Tzu recognizes the importance of innovation and technological advancements in gaining an edge over adversaries. In preparedness, this means embracing new technologies such as data analytics, artificial intelligence, and communication platforms to enhance situational awareness, decision-making, and response coordination, as well as leveraging innovative approaches and tools for training, simulation, and exercises to improve capabilities. In our current time, these tools are in abundance. Use them while you can and plan for when you can't. Maintaining supply lines and logistics. Sun Tzu stresses the importance of securing and maintaining supply lines to sustain operations and logistics. In preparedness, this involves establishing robust supply chains and logistical support systems to ensure timely delivery of resources, equipment, and personnel to affected areas during emergencies and crises, as well as implementing measures to protect critical infrastructure and assets from disruption or sabotage. Know now that someone has to always be awake at the helm once a crisis rolls our way. Plan well and scout your routes when supplies and resources are on the move. Prepare in advance now for those certain hiccups that will come your way. Number 5 is understanding the nature of conflict. Sun Tzu emphasizes the need to understand the nature of conflict and adapt strategies accordingly. In preparedness, this means recognizing that emergencies and crises can take various forms and evolve rapidly, requiring a dynamic and multifaceted approach to preparedness planning and response, which considers factors such as the type of threat, the scale of impact, the potential cascading effects on systems and communities. Plan for winds, but be prepared for flooding. Plan for fire, but be prepared for evacuation. Plan for wounds, but be prepared for trauma. Number 6 is promoting unity and cohesion. Sun Tzu underscores the importance of promoting unity and cohesion among allies and within organizations to achieve common objectives. In preparedness, this involves fostering a sense of shared purpose, collaboration, and mutual support among stakeholders, as well as building trust, communication channels, and mechanisms for coordination to ensure effective teamwork and response during emergencies and crises. Network with your neighbors. Offer assistance when they could use a hand. Be there for others if you have the resources to share. Number 7 is strategic communication and public engagement. Sun Tzu recognizes the importance of communication and information operations in shaping perceptions and influencing outcomes. In preparedness, this means developing comprehensive communication strategies and engaging with the public, media, and other stakeholders to provide accurate information, guidance, and reassurance during emergencies, as well as fostering community resilience, cooperation, and participation in preparedness efforts. 10 years ago, preppers were considered off-the-wall, doomsayers, and crazies. Now, through communication, education, and guidance, we are helping others to be better prepared to get through and survive emergencies and what may come up the road. Some say preppers are now mainstream. It's all about what you consider important to your well-being. By integrating all of these Sun Tzu principles into preparedness, planning, and response strategies, you can further enhance your readiness, resilience, and effectiveness in managing emergencies. I feel good after doing 6 of these videos about Sun Tzu's work and how it applies to preparedness, and I think I have grown a bit in this adventure. I'm constantly tweaking my preparedness plans and adjusting them for my age, resources, and other considerations, as should you. Thank you for sticking with me throughout this journey. I hope it's been fun and enlightening. If you would, please click the subscribe and like buttons and share this series with those who need to know. Until next time, I've got miles to go before I sleep.